on the road, elk hunt hats on, ready to go. Bows in the back, everything loaded. Hour and a half from the trailhead.
Cannot wait to get out there. Just gonna practice a couple calls before we get out there, and ready to go live here tomorrow.
Season opener.
One more.
Let's try another one. Interesting. Oh. Minute 1. Leaving the truck.
I feel a lot heavier than we should, but we're gonna find out.
By the end, we'll be lighter. Well, I mean, we'll have about 270 pounds more, but that's just elk meat. No big deal. We're in just a little deep, but his camouflage is working great. This is a tough spot before we make it to the ridges. Just filling up a little water. We've learned 2 lessons on this trip so far. 1, dehydrate your own meals in the future to save on excessive weight or cost. 2, find a better solution than 550 cord around your neck to safely secure your bow to the back of your ruck, but in a manner where you don't feel you're going to rip it apart on brush and twigs.
3. Broadheads are sharp.
Oh yeah.
So be cautious how you handle them.
Hey, blood on a hunting trip is blood on a hunting trip. It's a good thing. Well, we gained a little elevation today.
We sure did.
And, probably explained later, but took the long way around.
We did. Got a little off track.
Yeah.
But we still made it. We got Homer Mountain off in the distance.
Horns
Horns
Mountain. Could be Homer, though, based on how we've been traveling today. Who knows what mountain that is. And I'm hoping you can see in the video the Alaska level of flies.
Oh, yeah. This is pretty nasty.
This is pretty nasty. Anyway, we're on top of the world.
Yeah. Feels good. It was good to be up here, finally. All right. How you doing, guys? Thanks for following our channel. But on a serious note, yeah, today we got out here, got parked, dialed in our broadheads, and pretty much just hit the trail, made sure that the packs were good to go. And when we hit the trail, kind of got a little bit mixed up, but finally got up to where we want to camp out tonight. Got to our camp location here, eating a little backpacker pantry meal, fettuccine Alfredo, so delicious. And John's got some MREs, getting some calories in, and gonna hopefully hit it tomorrow around 3 a.m. Get a good night's sleep, and been doing a little bit of glassing, as you guys can see. Beautiful country back here. But it's nice out here. You got anything else to say, John? Or?
No, we walked an additional about 2 clicks today due to a fault.
Yeah, we're not gonna point fingers.
We're not gonna point fingers. It was, I'd say, technological fault. But we got here.
Yeah,
and we're here now.
Feeling good. Super excited for tomorrow. I can't wait for the first bugle.
Yeah, it'll be a good day.
Good morning, guys.
Early morning.
Very early. Got up around 3:30. Got meals rolling and getting ready to head out. It's 5 o'clock right now. Probably gonna rip our first bugle here soon, which is gonna be really exciting to see what happens. See if we get any responses. Gonna start moving down a ridge line south and just seeing where to go from there.
Where's that moon?
The moon's gorgeous.
It was a nice night, cold night. Slept great according to my watch. I got 33 minutes of good sleep, so.
You had a 0-degree bag.
It was 0-degree bag. I was warm. I was warm. And I was aware of how warm I was because of how awake I was. But here we go. Day 15. No, end of day 1. Sorry, this feels like day 15.
Sure does.
And actually feels like it was a hard 15 days, believe it or not. So day 1.
Gosh, exciting.
Exciting.
Exciting day.
Ripped 100 bugles. Have yet to hear or see any wildlife. We saw a bear. We saw a deer.
Saw a coyote first.
Yeah. But we hiked until our bodies broke, and then we made a smart decision against Mauser's wishes. Got back to water, took a bath.
Who needs it?
It was -10, but it was moving so fast it wasn't frozen. And then we drove hour and a half to get to a new location, only to find no access whatsoever.
No way.
Puddled around there for 30 minutes trying to figure something out. Drove another hour and a half to a new location.
Here we are.
3:30 tomorrow morning, we ascend back into the mountains.
Yeah, we'll update you at that point.
Yeah.
Excited, tired, sore as all get out.
Yeah, our bodies truly shut down on us. We've learned lessons.
A lot.
We've learned a lot of lessons. I don't think most people do. The elevation gain and loss and overall distance that we attempted and did today.
It was
bad.
It's a lot. We're alive.
Yeah, we're alive. Sleepy time tea.
A little bit of
3-bean chili mac.
So good. Yeah.
And a little bit of sleep. All right. See you tomorrow. Day 2. Morning 2. I don't know if you can see the breath. It's colder than it was yesterday.
For sure.
It feels earlier than it was yesterday. New location, new hope. Yeah. Should be a good day. It's not the biggest elk I've seen. But it's certainly the closest thing to an elk I've seen.
Good morning.
Morning. What are we, day 3? Day 3.
Yeah.
Working a ridge line, about 1.6 kilometers long. Just about to drop some elevation off of One Mill Peak, hit a saddle and go. Standard stuff. Nothing heard, nothing seen. Yesterday didn't do an update video, just too tired. Nothing heard, nothing seen.
Emotionally and physically last night we were pretty tired.
We were beat.
Today
If we got a friend, Nick Del Cerro. If it was him, he may have said he felt broken inside. Something inside him is broken. That's probably what he'd say. But right now, we've actually entered into a dead moose. Still got a bunch of hair on the ground, but probably just a season ago. It's a bull moose, but it had dropped its paddles prior to being killed. So they're not around here. Nothing cool to find. Anything else?
just looking forward to today.
And maybe you can hear the buzzing.
Oh yeah, the buzzing is pretty insane out here.
We're in bug country, as Nick said.
If you will, yeah.
If you will. All right, time to press. What day is it? Day 3? Day 3 of hunting, day 4 being in the field. We are floundering, would be the official term to describe it.
Seems accurate.
Yeah. We hiked out on a ridge today for about a kilometer and a half, until we hit basically just an impenetrable wall of were they, willows? Like entangled willows or something, and other thick stuff. No bugles heard. No elk seen. Basically no sign seen. Shifted locations. Got to a spot where other hunters are in the area, which would be encouraging, potentially discouraging to most people because you don't want to be away from them, but encouraging if you haven't heard or seen an elk at all, or another hunter, and now you enter a place where other hunters are, you think maybe there's elk. Ran into an old man who said, yeah, they're not making any noise though because of the wolves. Don't know if that's really the old wives' tale or not, but if they're not making any noise, I have no idea how to hunt them in the rut with a bow. I don't know how to find them. I don't know how to find them. Perhaps at all.
Who knows? We are thinking about possibly tonight hunting here, tomorrow morning hunting here, and maybe relocating after that back to kind of our original location. More to follow on that, but I think that we'll end up doing that and hunting more huntable ground, more walkable ground out there.
Yeah.
Which would be nice. So, but excited to get out here tonight. Seen some sign. So let's see what we stir up tonight here.
Been pleasant though, undisturbed by any sort of wildlife or noise within the woods. So that's nice. Always nice. And our bows are getting lots of exercise, tons of walks. Forearms cramping just from holding on to those things constantly. Throat sore. Bugles probably in the 500s each at this point. So, for the other hunters out there, they think there's tons of elk in the woods, thanks to us.
Morale is high.
Yeah, morale is high. Morale is high. Yeah.
Gosh.
That's about it.
So, it's day 4. We're about to head out there. We did possibly have a little bit of a bear down below us this morning. Thought it sounded like a cow, which was pretty exciting. But gonna go back out there this morning. Gonna walk a ridge line down into some flats, see if we can stir up anything again today. Maybe bugle a little bit more today. See what happens, because we tried to cow call a lot last night. Body's starting to feel pretty sore, as always. But expectant that maybe we'll get a bugle back one of these days.
Always. Anticipation. The anticipation kills us. I would say, kind of an interesting note. It's day 4 of the season, day 5 of us being out here.
Yeah.
Neither of us have changed a single article of clothing since day 1. I don't think.
No, it's not needed. You know what I mean?
It's not needed.
We washed our underwear in the creek.
We washed our underwear in the creek day 1, though. Day 1. Like, day 1 halfway through. Due to...
Do you mind socks smell? Yes, I do.
Yeah. If you're in the car with each other and somebody farts, is it noticed? No. It's not even like a new smell has entered. So in that sense, society-wise, if people just gave up bathing, farting in elevators wouldn't be a big deal.
Wouldn't be a huge deal.
Wouldn't be a huge deal.
I'm probably gonna stop showering when I get home.
I stopped 4 or 5 days ago. So, keep it rolling.
All right.
See ya.
What a morning.
What a morning. Both of us almost came to full draw. Didn't ever see anything. And couldn't for sure say there was elk or anything around, but boy, it sounded like it.
It felt like elk were there.
My heart was racing. I think both of us were
my release was out.
Yeah.
I clipped my release on my D-loop.
Yeah. I looked back at Mauser several times, wondering if he was at full draw or if the elk was going to step out in front of me. Could have been a squirrel.
Could have been a coordinated squirrel trot.
It would have had to have been multiple squirrels.
But my guess is 4 elk.
Yeah.
We're out there.
Yeah. And so that's driven us now to, there's a nasty drainage that they went into. We think they actually winded us and then got off course into this drainage to bed. And so now we're going to go into the drainage and we're going to contour around to the other side. Cow calling. And praying
that we get response, we see something. If we don't get that response, I think we're moving onto a different area. Yeah. This is probably the most sign that we've seen though on this ridgeline that we're on right now.
But also a good amount of hunters.
Yeah, for sure.
And there's just not a noise made.
We got confronted last night. By a hunter. Yeah. Called us a bunch of liars, actually.
Oh well. Alright. Into the abyss. Alright, update. Last update, we did tell you that we knocked 2 arrows. Fully intending to both possibly shoot bulls, cows, whatever showed itself. Nothing showed itself. Could have been a squirrel, but debate, who knows. We finished that day out, or that section out. I think we gave it a good college try. Tons of sign, but nothing newer than a week. Now we're back in 105. This is where we're gonna stay until time for the abyss.
Heck yeah.
So we're just waiting for the winds to kind of figure themselves out as the sun starts to drop and the temps change, and then we're gonna start making a push up this ridge. There's some nice flats up there. There's a good creek right down there. Not as much water source throughout all this area, so it's a good flowing creek down there. Good bedding sites up there. Hopefully they'll start working their way down for water and then off to their food site, and we can enter.
And hopefully tonight's update,
Has blood.
just a bloody bull on the ground.
Just a bloody mess. Alright. One last thing. Both changed our underwear for the first time today. It's day 4 of hunting, day 5 in the woods. There's that. Update time. Last night, major thunderstorm, torrential downpour. This morning, thunderstorm, downpour. This is why we do it. I'm happy to be here. It's this is day 6 in the woods, day 5 hunting. Last night, we hunted through the evening. Didn't hear anything. Didn't see anything. Par for the course. Mentally, physically, I think we're getting stronger physically, somehow. Mentally, shattered. Emotionally broken. It is, it is. That's what it is.
It's demoralizing.
It's demoralizing.
When you're out here, when you're bugling,
Yeah.
when you're cow calling,
Yeah.
and you feel like you're doing everything right.
And you just go past a deep drainage, great cover, with an
Aspen
aspen shelf right next to it, Chris Rowe, and there's nothing.
You start to question everything.
Well, there's just no elk. That's obvious. If somebody asked me what I did the last 6 days, we were talking about this morning, we'd say, well, with a ruck filled with bags for meat, if I found any, I went on a upwind walk through thick shit
With a cheer tube.
with a cheer tube that I screamed through every once in a while, a kazoo that I blew on every once in a while, and I carried an awkwardly shaped and heavy walking stick that I was very careful not to bump against the ground or against anything else for fear it might break.
Yep.
That's what we did. I didn't mean to use the S word. But maybe that conveys our
Frustration.
our fragile state, even.
Yes.
Where right now we're just under a little tree thing, trying to get out of the rain. That's it. We did hear a cow call back to us a couple bits ago.
Pretty
Turns out
convincing.
it was, real convincing. It was a screaming bird. Maybe a chipmunk. It was not a cow, but my God, we were sure.
And then do you remember that bugle that was 5 miles off?
Yeah, we've heard every time we rip a bugle, an immediate response, but from 5 miles away, fills our ears. I don't even know I don't even know what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing anymore. If this is elk hunting, well, this isn't.
This is not.
This is not elk hunting.
This is walking in the woods.
This is walking upwind with a backpack on filled with unnecessary stuff. To include meat bags. Like, I'm gonna find meat out here and stuff the bags full. And then my bow, just because, you know, why not carry something that I could potentially damage? A high value item I could damage. Why not carry it with me? Anyway.
More to follow tonight. Yeah.
That's where we're at. We're wet.
It's been a day.
It's been a day. Let's just to recap. Yeah. We're on day 6 of being in the woods. Living off the land, essentially. And we have yet to hear a single elk. We have yet to see a single elk. We have yet to see a single bit of sign that is
of relevance.
Relevance, newer than a week or more.
I'm kind of guessing at some sign a little bit too.
Yeah,
hoping
guessing.
that moose sign is elk sign,
Yeah.
and big deer, a muley.
Yeah.
So.
I will say, 5 days of doing this in pristine weather, you know, you can do that.
Yeah.
Torrential downpour, where, you know, it's not like we have like a big wall tent to go into.
We have a truck.
We have a truck.
Turn the heat on.
Turn the heat on. Which got, this is like, first world problems, but it got unbearably hot in the truck while we were sleeping. So I woke up in a panic. Opened the door. I freaked out.
Oh, gosh.
But now I think, Nick...
We're in a real pickle here.
We're in a pickle. Nick made a revelation earlier. Kind of came clean to me about some things. His desires,
my thoughts, if you
his
will.
thoughts for the rest of the trip. I'm a partner here. Can't go against him. So we're gonna make our way back to camp. Throw soaking wet tents in the bed of a truck. Drive to Churchill Mines Road. Reevaluate life and the current situation.
We'll give you an update at that point.
All right, this is our last update. I fly out tomorrow at butt crack early. And this is where we're about an hour light left. Just come to the edge of a huge canyon.
It's gorgeous.
I don't know, see drop downs. So we got basically time for Nick to rip a bugle. And if anything responds, we have time to pursue it.
Yeah.
If nothing responds here, though, we don't really have time to move to another area or anything like that. So you can see Nick's going pretty slick. High speed, low drag. At this point in the trip, couldn't handle the itch. And I don't go fast enough to worry about the itch. But, all right, Nick's going to give him our best Trevor from Born and Raised. Freaking whirly pig.
Well, that was it. That was the final bugle of the season. The season continues on, but at least for John and I, that was it. It's been a good experience out here. I think both of us would say that there's been a ton of learning had on this trip. For better or for worse.
Hard lessons learned the hard way.
A lot of hard lessons, yeah, for sure. So, and I think next year's going to be a good time. I think this off season, there's going to be a ton of research done, probably a ton of texting back and forth, communicating the different things that we learned possibly. So I'm looking forward to the off season to shoot a little bit more and dial in the gear. Yeah, it'll be a fun time.
Yeah, and 1 year from now, time to kill a bull.
Lord willing.
Lord willing.